यार
appreciate.
ऐसा स्वदेश मूवी
Yeah, yeah,
इन
yeah,
लेस्टर ओके
yeah, yeah. Shahrukh
उसमें
Khan
ट्रेन
Swades,
में
right?
बच्चा ट्रेन जब रुकता है शाहरुख खान अंदर बैठता है ना
हाँ हाँ
तो एक छोटा बच्चा आके पानी बेचता है वो रो देता है शाहरुख खान वो सीन देख के हम तीन फ्रेंड्स थे तीनों थिएटर से बाहर आए
हाँ हाँ
सोचे चलो यार चलो वापस चलते हैं टाइम आ गया है
हाँ हाँ
7 दिन में इंडिया में आ गए जॉब
हाँ.
छोड़ दिया सब कुछ छोड़ दिया
We will keep it very formal kind of thing. So if you have any input, you can give actually.
So being formal in the video would be better because lot of other DAO members,
Yeah.
okay, so they want to know it, so we can replay the video to those guys as well.
Huh, definitely, definitely.
Right,
So it's like this is my first DAO. I will tell you, this is my
right.
first DAO, and as in the early age of this blockchain DAO environment or ecosystem which is building nowadays, I
Mm-hmm.
think like at the age of 25, I am very early because I have little
Mm-hmm.
bit of experience in that particular, but still my thought or my thought process is someone is counting on that and someone is
Right.
valuing that particular process inside a DAO. That
Mm-hmm.
something is great for me, and because the DAO has no age limits, no limits how many people can join it,
Absolutely.
and how like in from which domain people are coming over
Correct.
here. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a definitely path to explore different things with different people. Their expertise
Right.
will definitely going to grow us as a
True.
early members, right? So
Correct.
first of all, I would like to welcome you to Blocktical. Okay,
Nice.
so
Yeah.
this channel I created just to make sure that every person in the world or even like in India, basically my
Mm-hmm.
target is the Indian native. So in
Mm-hmm.
India, everyone will get to know what blockchain is and how they
Right.
can utilize that particular technology and how they can create their business wrapping that particular technology inside something. That something
Right.
may be their framework or their
Mm-hmm.
something like their ideas, right?
Right.
The core is blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
Outside is businesses how they can
Mm-hmm.
communicate with the core technology. I am just explaining that, and I am with this particular blockchain Blocktical channel, right? My aim
Mm-hmm.
is that everyone will get to know in their own languages. So later in time I will connect with different people from south, from west, from east, like I don't want to miss out those seven sisters of us, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so like from everywhere around the world, around India,
Right.
right? We want to
Mm-hmm.
communicate a vernacular community over in Blocktical itself, where
Right.
we will explain things. We will collaborate with people like I am collaborating with you. So
Right.
without going ahead,
Mm-hmm.
first thing first, welcome again, and
Thank you.
I'm really honored that as a head of a particular community, you find some time
Mm-hmm.
for me and my
Mm-hmm.
channel and my community. Welcome,
Right.
sir. Welcome to Blocktical. My first question is, what
Mm-hmm.
brings you to blockchain?
Well, I did my cryptography, my master's in cryptography and quantum computing in 2002 in UK.
Okay.
So, blockchain is all about cryptography.
Yeah. Correct. So we can
So,
say 50% part is cryptography itself, like more than 50%, right? So majority is
right,
cryptography, huh?
true. So, this is our second startup actually. So,
Haha.
we had an ecom startup in 2010.
Correct.
Vamsi and myself, we were having IT jobs and then left our jobs in 2010.
Haha.
And we were one of the early ecom startups in India.
Okay.
And we had two private labels in mobile accessories. We were
Yeah.
selling on Flipkart and Amazon marketplaces.
Haha.
And these two brands have clocked closer to $4 million in revenues.
Yeah, I saw that on your LinkedIn about section. I thought
Right.
of I will ask you, and you mentioned that on the first point. Yeah.
And then in December, looking at the free cycles we had due to the COVID,
Correct.
so we thought, maybe let's look back. Okay, what next?
Haha.
And then we were looking at AI, ML, and then AR, VR, and then blockchain. These three were the things we were evaluating, and
Correct.
blockchain was closer.
Haha.
So I understood every bit of it the first time I saw it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was an easy catch for me.
Correct. So it's kind of a like your blood just boom up, just adding out. Okay, now I am going to build something on blockchain, right?
Right.
So let's before like do anything like so you
Mhm.
thought of building products, you thought of giving employment to people, right? In the end, it's all about how much you are giving to community. And right now, as I saw that you are building a DAO, which is decentralized autonomous organization, right? From anywhere, people will come and join you. They can later in time, definitely they are going to be part of yours, the community basically. So building that community or any community, how that idea came, and how that idea will benefit your businesses, as you are saying this is your second uh, startup, right? How that idea will definitely going to enhance your business.
Actually, what we did was we were part of Microsoft Century Blockchain Accelerator
Okay.
last year,
Uh-huh.
and then we had spent closer to 3 to 4 months building an MVP, working on an MVP for Skoda Volkswagen.
Uh-huh.
They had given us a use case,
Correct.
and then we realized in this line of business, especially the B2B enterprise sales,
Mm-hmm.
the sales cycles are extremely long.
Correct.
So they run from 6 months to 1 year. And if a startup is building one MVP for one company or two companies,
Uh-huh.
and then running around them for next 1 year, then I mean we run out of steam. That's not the way it should be working.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. And second thing was we are part of we at InQ Accelerator,
Mm-hmm.
supported by Department of Trade and Commerce of Australia.
Yeah, I saw
And
that in your one of your posts. I saw that also.
right.
Yeah,
So we had an interaction with one of the mentors.
yeah.
So he mentioned, I mean, if you want to set shop in Australia, the
Mm-hmm.
program will support it. But
Okay.
eventually, what you need is you need boots on the ground, so
Uh-huh.
that someone who has already inroads into the industry, he
Okay.
knows who's the key decision maker, who's the person to meet or explain, who's the gatekeeper.
Uh-huh.
Just knowing that will take several months for each client.
Definitely.
So you need to hire someone who's already there, who has already been in that industry and close some deals.
Correct.
So this I mean this made us really think about how do we do this. I mean, if we are really looking at the solution is a sector agnostic as well as a geography agnostic product for supply chain.
Correct.
So if we are looking at marketing team, different geographies, how do we solve it? I mean, as a startup, we cannot afford it.
Yeah.
So at this juncture, we were just trying to see how we can solve this.
Uh-huh.
It just happened that Web3, all of us, I mean, Web3 has been there since 2018. I mean, nobody was talking about it.
Yeah.
It's only after Meta has announced a 10 billion investment,
Yes.
all of a sudden people started looking at Web3.
Yeah. So what they are doing with metaverse actually, like they are trying to create metaverse and the virtual reality they are bringing as
Yeah.
a playground, right? Like in
Correct.
go in virtual and play whatever you want to do. So explore the
Correct.
virtual world. Basic the
Yeah.
concept is. So yes, definitely. So if
The problem today with Indian or the Web3 concept across the world is you go and ask an IoT guy, okay,
haha,
someone from IoT and say, what is Web3? He
haha,
will say mission talkings to mission. You go
haha,
and talk to an European startup and ask someone who's into sustainability.
haha,
He will say it's all about sustainability. You have to reach UN sustainability goals.
haha,
And then you talk to Meta or someone like that, they will say it's all metaverse.
ha.
It's just because I mean there is $10 billion investment from Meta into metaverse.
Correct.
So everybody there is a lot of attention towards metaverse.
Ha.
But actually there are few pillars
Haha.
which define all of these are right.
Correct.
There isn't anything that says right or wrong.
Ha.
The core concept goes like this. So the pre 2010 kind of era, some portals like hindu.com or times.com, okay,
Haha.
they had newspapers, they published the data. That is
Correct.
web 1.
Correct.
And then Facebook, Twitter came, we started publishing data. That is web 2.
Correct.
And who does the actual, I mean the Ubers, the Netflix, all these guys, they have control, they get all the revenues. We
Ha.
see the ads and Google gets the ads,
Correct.
ad revenue.
Ha.
So that is web 2.
Correct.
So web 3 is all about a combination of all these concepts, wherein the contributor of the data is also the owner, as
Haha.
well as he's also has a stake of the revenue that is generated out of the content.
Correct. So
So based on this concept, see, we had broken down the concept of Web3 into different pieces,
okay.
tried to understand what it actually means,
Haha.
and then thought, if it's all about the community, it's built by the community, and then the community gets rewarded, then
Correct.
why not our core problem of entering into the corporates with our supply
Huh.
chain solution, why not bring all these things together?
Huh. We will also outsource it to come outsource everything to the community, and we will build, like, we will give a framework.
Outsource might be a
Uh,
wrong word.
Haha.
It's all, I mean, it's part of the, I mean, we are all
Community.
equal, I mean, in the
Huh.
DAO. It's a
I'm not saying like
community.
outsource to everyone actually. So like the people who want interest part into it, like who are showing interest is who want to build businesses around it. We are giving a framework. Like, okay, do build a consortium. We are building a consortium. You have to work around it. Whatever rules and regulatory we are putting in into that consortium, right? Everyone need to follow that. So every
Exactly.
transaction which will happen on the network will be transparent and synchronized to every person. So, so I am thinking like that. If you are based in UK and you want to do business with Singapore or some Australian persons, right? So any vendor, any third party vendor will come into the consortium,
Consortium.
and they can be a part of that particular business, right? So what I'm thinking of.
Uh, Actually, see, if we break down the DAO structure, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing is DAO is a group of people, okay.
Correct.
I'll make it little more simpler.
Haha.
So you look at a private limited company.
Yes.
So it has board of directors,
Ha.
and then you have shareholders,
Yes.
okay, and then this is the private limited,
Haha.
and what business it runs on the ground, it has its own workforce.
Yes.
So what we are doing here is, instead of board of directors, in DAO there would be core members,
Core members. Correct.
and then instead of shareholders, we will be having regular members in the DAO,
Haha.
and then the workforce. Okay, so the workforce who actually does the job on the ground,
Okay.
we have some workforce which is working for the community.
Okay.
So what happens next? Typically in a board meeting, the board of directors will decide, okay, so
Huh.
there would be proposals. So what product to launch, how to price the product, who are the clients, are there any discounts or any concessions given to the clients,
Mm-hmm.
what to do with the dividends or the treasury. All these decisions are done in a typical private limited.
Correct.
So in case of DAO, the process is something similar. We'll have proposals from the community members,
Mm-hmm.
and every 15 days there will be a voting.
Okay. For the consensus.
So for the consensus.
Correct.
So it may, I mean, it is very much analogous to what happens in a private limited.
Haha.
Only difference is here it is everything transparent.
Huh.
Plus, each member has, based on how many governance tokens he has.
Haha.
Okay, so he can vote and say, let's do this.
Okay. So, see, my question is like, I want to be a member of DAO, right? Now,
Mhm.
everyone doesn't have the business understanding, right?
Mhm.
So, as a technical person, I don't have the business understanding right now, which is on the ground level, I would say.
Right.
Okay. Now, I brought 100 tokens of your DAO, right?
Mhm.
Now I am a part of your team,
Mhm.
and 100 tokens, that means equivalent to 100 voting power, 100
Right.
votes, right?
Mhm.
If I am not able to make decisions properly, and
Mhm.
the influence is that inside it out only few specific people who are expert in that particular domain will tell you where to invest and in which particular path you have to bring your work to, right? Your business work
Uh,
towards. So
Actually,
how
there
that
are
will
two
work?
points. Two
Uh-huh.
points. Let me correct you.
Uh-huh.
The first thing is, you don't have to know the business.
Okay. Then how can
In
I
your
vote?
you just don't have to. I mean,
Okay.
in your earlier question, you mentioned people from outside or some other company, they want to join the consortium.
Correct.
So that's not the concept of DAO.
Okay.
So our DAO, the way it works is,
Uh-huh.
if you are an SME,
Uh-huh.
subject matter expertise.
Correct.
Okay, so on our DAO currently we have some CTOs, some CEOs, CFOs,
Uh-huh.
okay, some senior developers.
Correct.
So a senior developer doesn't know how to do a budgeting, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
So a CFO might not understand what blockchain is in the first place.
Huh.
So we have all these people.
Uh-huh.
The only thing is we have a structure in place for the DAO.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So in that structure, what we have is we have PR and marketing,
Uh-huh.
we have technology, okay,
Okay.
and then we have sales,
Okay.
okay. So we have six different like this,
Uh-huh.
and each person, whoever is joining, he should just be willing to share his knowledge, which he's good at and has been doing for several years.
Okay.
So you are a techie,
Huh.
so you just bring in your expertise in technology, what you have
Technology.
worked. That's
Okay.
it.
Haha.
And what the DAO will do is it will try to identify tasks which you are good at and assign it to you.
Okay. So it makes sense, right? This thing makes sense. So my I'm thinking in different way.
Right.
So this makes sense actually.
That is to the first question. And
Haha.
second question with regards to the investment.
Haha.
So there are two ways of looking at this.
Okay.
The first way is typical way at which the world, what happens is in crypto world, before a project starts, they publish a white
White
paper,
paper. Correct.
and then based on the white paper, they sell the tokens
Correct.
and then raise money and then implement the project.
Correct.
So we are taking a slightly different route here.
Haha.
For us, the biggest problem for taking this project into a billion-dollar company is having uh, having a systematic way of utilizing various resources. The
Okay.
reason being, supply chain is so vast.
Correct.
We have so many big players. Okay, we have ABB, we have Messer. Okay, a lot of big players are there, but still we see supply chains are broken.
Yes.
So how do we get these things together as a startup? The only way I see is people from across the companies, across the domains, if they come together, that's the only way we can solve a bigger problem like this.
Yes, definitely. Now, my question is like, if
Mhm.
you are saying like, we will do this in a community manner.
Mhm.
Now, definitely, your competitor want to grow, like they want to
Mhm.
compete with you.
Mhm.
Why they will join you, and is there is a way that they will join you, and you can both get benefited by the DAO?
So who is our competitor? I mean, this is the first supply chain DAO
Yes, this is first,
across the
but
world. First
later
thing,
later in time there are different. So I'm not talking about only Karpine, but I'm talking about later in time if Tanuj Sharma came up with some different DAO, right, into the
right,
supply chain
right,
domain, then
right.
how that, like, again the concept is that we have one technology, we
Mhm.
definitely going to standardize that, and
Mhm.
together we will standardize some workforces or workflows, and that will
Right,
make some processes great, right?
right,
Standardization. Now,
right.
rather than creating a different unit of setups and creating different standards for everything
Mhm.
which is already existing there, is there
Mhm.
way for other party to come into the picture and they can contribute as well?
Yeah, anyone. I mean, the membership currently. So what we thought was
Mm-hmm.
till we reach to the total capacity of the DAO as per our plan is 100 core members and
Okay.
1000 regular members.
Haha.
So till we reach the number of 250,
Okay.
okay,
Haha.
it will be an open forum. So
Okay.
as long as someone brings some kind of at least 5 years of experience to the table,
Haha.
we are not saying okay, so you are a blockchain company, we don't want you,
Haha.
because the DAO is about not just a blockchain technology, okay, or
Correct.
not just about the token.
Ha.
So you have to bring in clients, you have to bring in technology, okay,
Haha.
and blockchain is just one another piece of action here.
Yes. It is just a piece of every,
Exactly.
yeah. This sounds cool actually. So like, if we move a little bit deep, right, inside
Mhm.
the DAO community creation, when you are saying that it is open for everyone until a particular limit, in that particular limit if someone joins, right, but
Mhm.
there is there must be a filtration, right, who can join.
At least 5 years of experience in either technology,
Okay.
PR, social media, or sales, or marketing, or some kind of business connect.
Okay. So
So that's what is valuable to the community.
huh, that's we a first kind of screening round.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it's cool. So I have one question written over here.
Mhm.
So I already asked, like, I joined DAO, like
Mhm.
anyone can join DAO until a particular limit and provided
Right.
some direct
And then it would be the scrutiny would be little more
huh.
closer because we have
Yes.
limited number of positions.
Yes, definitely. So every person over here, like when we talk about businesses, everyone is about money making, right? In the
Right.
end, like we want
True.
to grow, definitely this is the last statement. Everyone over here is for money. Now
Certainly.
what will these people
Mhm.
who are joining the DAO will
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
in return if they are putting their inputs?
True. So we missed one question in the earlier conversation, which
Mm-hmm.
was you were mentioning you buy the tokens and other stuff.
Correct.
So you don't buy tokens.
Haha.
So first thing is
Haha.
the tokens are given by the DAO to the community. So
Okay.
we are not selling them.
Okay, you are just rewarding them, right?
Exactly.
Huh. Okay.
So based on the inputs they are giving,
Haha.
okay, based on the activities, okay, they are participating in and helping the actual company, okay, company on the ground,
Haha.
okay, the product to penetrate better. We
Correct.
are rewarding the DAO members, and
Okay.
we are not collecting any money from any of the DAO members, and the tokens are not for sale.
Huh. Okay. And this all is getting regulated by DAO itself.
Exactly.
Oh, so the core member will have their different specification in decision making, and the regular
Core
member will
member
have
will
different.
have bigger number of tokens, which
Oh,
means he has bigger voting share.
okay.
And how is a core member decided? Again, based on let's say
Experience.
somebody who can bring in some 10 clients, kind of, I mean, extremely crucial or dedicating more time based on those parameters, we'll be picking them.
Okay.
And who picks? The DAO picks.
DAO picks it by itself. Like whoever they are more productive to DAO, they will definitely
Exactly.
going to with the in the upper
And we,
layer.
the community, we pick,
Ha.
not just one person.
Correct. So if someone like everyone has even Virat, if we talk about sports, right? Kohli is not able to play right now.
Right.
So sometimes in businesses also there are times when people are not able to perform well, but they have ability, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
As a member, this is something like
Mhm.
very serious kind of thing. I'm going into the
Mhm.
serious domain. As a member, I joined. Now I
Mhm.
found like Krishna is in the core membership, and Krishna is
Mhm.
doing great. But
Mhm.
after few months of working, Krishna is going
Mhm.
with some regular stuff and not able
Right.
to concentrate into the business of DAO.
Right.
We downgraded Krishna somewhere,
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
and we put someone else in the DAO. So this is the
Mhm.
DAO regulatory which came up with the solution. Now somehow there is a set of people who will get hurted from this particular,
Very true.
correct?
It should
How?
be math rather than emotions.
Yes.
So the way we have devised is
Haha.
once you become a member,
Haha.
your membership form is accepted.
Correct.
You get some 100 tokens.
Haha.
It's a proposal I have put in the DAO.
Haha.
So have to be voted. It could be 100, it could be 500, it could be 1000.
Haha.
So there would be a small starting number for everyone. So
Yes.
everyone is a regular community member
Hmm.
while they start.
Hmm.
And then what happens? Let's say I bring in a client, okay, something like Shell for asset management, and the total value is somewhere closer to $50,000 ARR.
Okay.
Okay, so based on that, what the DAO will do is they will say, okay, this is his effort. Let's give him some percentage of. Okay, there are fixed percentages in the industry. Okay,
Ha.
so if it is just a lead, then 4 to 6%. If it is a closure, 10 to 20%. Private sector, and if it's a government, 30 to 50%. Different set rules are there. So
Haha.
based on that, we'll be rewarding the tokens to the members,
Correct.
and the top 100 members with the maximum number of tokens are the core members for that month, for
Okay.
that period.
Okay. So
So
a
the
time
moment,
duration. Okay. That's great
so
actually.
next month, let's say I have 100,000 tokens
Ha.
and someone has crossed me, okay, 110K tokens.
Haha.
That means I'm not performing better than him, and I'm out of the core membership.
Correct.
And there are no hard feelings.
So
I know I
it's
haven't worked, so I'm not
so
up
it's
for it.
like member of the month, right?
Kind of.
Ha. Now, this makes sense. Now, I have little bit of business thinking also. So I am thinking about in a different domain. So if
Mhm.
I came up with a client, right, the closure
Mhm.
happens. I got
Mhm.
rewarded at particular instance, right?
Right.
According to you.
Right.
Now, after 4 months of working, the
Mhm.
contract breaks
Mhm.
at any means. So I got rewarded. It's
Mhm.
kind of a loss for DAO,
Mhm.
right? Because
Not
contract
exactly.
breaks.
The
Okay.
way we structure it is
Haha.
initially the sales lead, okay, sales qualified lead has X number of tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, market qualified lead has a Y number of tokens,
Okay.
and once it is closed, there would be some Z number of tokens.
Uh-huh.
And since this is an ongoing, the best part of our entire business model is
Uh-huh.
ours is a perennial income.
Huh.
So how does Carpine make money? So every single product that is tracked, we charge 1 rupee or 1 cent,
Mm-hmm.
okay, per life of the product. Okay, so
Okay.
let's say we have got a client, someone like HUL, okay,
Uh-huh.
and they want to track their razors or some high end products.
Uh-huh.
So every single product they manufacture,
Uh-huh.
every single product they track, okay, every month they manufacture and track,
Uh-huh.
that is a revenue for us.
Okay.
So every month there is a billing. So
Uh-huh.
every month you will get those tokens
Okay.
because you are the guy who is in directly contact with HUL,
Huh.
and you are the influencer.
Okay.
So sidelining you and then getting someone else, it breaks the relationship.
Huh.
So as long as you are in good books with them, you are getting the monthly revenues from them. So you have this fixed amount of tokens that are being awarded, and
Mm-hmm.
the moment the contract breaks for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so your tokens, regular monthly tokens, breaks.
Oh, this
So
could.
it's a
Huh.
straightforward model.
It's now understandable. Understandable. Sorry. So like I love the objective which you people are trying to solve. Like even if someone has these kind of ideas, like they can share with you people, or they can write. Like if I have some idea, I can write it to you.
Mhm.
You can
Certainly.
definitely, if you have free time, you can go through it, and definitely you can consider that idea as a, and you can contact me. So people, if you are definitely looking for anything in the blockchain domain and want to be a part of a great business structure, definitely go visit Karpine. Try to join it, try to explore the website. I will link what they will do. They will definitely going to create a structure, and whatever the Krishna is saying, we will definitely have a happy environment in the DAO. Okay, if you join and you will be a part of our team. So I definitely want to welcome you in the team, but upfront, welcome you. Definitely go and submit your form, fill the details, and definitely welcome to our DAO team. So before like going other way, I have one last question in the business side of it. Then we will come to
Mhm.
the general discussions
Right.
only.
Sure.
So as a Karpine, right? I saw that there is a website, a company already registered. So
Mhm.
this DAO
Mhm.
is a particular part of this Karpine company, right? Or this is a second entity which have some control over this particular Karpine company assets. What, how the structure will work?
Actually, there are two things here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the ground force, the work is done by Carpine Technologies Private Limited.
Okay.
It is a pure private limited company.
Haha.
Okay. So it gets its revenues. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It has its workforce. It has its payroll.
Correct.
Typical company, the way a private limited functions, it functions.
Yes.
Since we are utilizing the services of the DAO,
Huh.
okay, in an indirect way.
Haha.
Okay, so Carpine Technologies, the billing would be on Carpine Technologies.
Haha.
What Carpine Technologies would do is the DAO would be a foundation.
Huh.
Okay,
Okay.
so the revenues which Carpine Technologies gets, okay,
Haha.
after all the expenses, the net profit of the Carpine Technologies,
Yes.
what we will do is 25% goes to the development,
Haha.
product development,
Huh.
25% goes to the marketing,
Correct.
the ground force, okay,
Whatever the
and then
business,
10
this is on business, right?
business
How?
side,
Huh.
yeah, and then 10% goes as admin operations.
Correct.
Okay, we have expenses like rent,
Huh.
electricity, all these bills to pay,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and then the 40% it is given to the DAO through the treasury.
Okay.
So the treasury amount, whatever is there,
Mm-hmm.
the treasury is a multi-sig wallet,
Mm-hmm.
and until and unless all of the people will sign,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so
Huh.
the treasury won't be able to transfer the money out or do something with it.
Okay. So having DAO a separate entity over here, and
Mhm.
Capine Technology Private Limited as a separate entity. Now my question
Mhm.
is tomorrow,
Mhm.
if someone else want to utilize this DAO expertise, so this is a
Mhm.
think tank, right? I would say this is
Yeah,
DAO is a think tank,
correct.
right? If
Just a
someone,
community.
this is a community. So if
Huh.
someone else want to join this DAO or take advices from this DAO, they can
Mhm.
also register with this DAO, right?
Correct.
Okay, so this is a good place. Like we are building a community of thinkers in a
Correct.
specific domain, and we
Correct.
are open for everyone to give our expertise. In return, just share our revenues. So
That's it.
that's a great model, and
Exactly.
it's the best part is this is in a decentralized mode. Like we are
Correct.
using definitely under the hood we are using blockchain domain for every transaction, every revenue thing, every percentage
Correct.
share in the DAO, whatever is happening. The
Correct.
under the hood blockchain is there, but the DLT
Correct.
structure, right? It's a
Mhm.
module, different module interacting with different module on some condition. So for today, if Karpine is sharing 40%, later in time business use case, someone else will come with some other percentage also, right?
Mhm.
So it's on the businesses, whatever their smart
This
contract
is,
will say.
see, this is,
uh,
nobody knows what or how. There is no rule book as to what Web3s or DAOs should function. Okay,
uh,
so we are experimenting it. We have some feedback.
uh,
Okay, we speak to the community, and then we improve ourselves. It's a constant process.
yes,
And just let me give you a very quick example. Okay,
yes,
to see that people understand what Web3 means.
ha,
I will give a classic example of Uber. Okay,
ha, ha,
so what happens in Uber is the central body,
yes,
and there are several vehicles. So
yes,
all these cab drivers, they register themselves on Uber.
uh-huh,
Okay, and then customer, he trusts Uber. What he does is he places an order on Uber, and then Uber collects the money.
hmm. Some tech network issue was there, sir. If you are not able
But
to,
driver or the customer has no say in that.
haha,
Right.
yes,
So in case this is Web 2. So in case of Web 3, what happens is it's not about Uber, it's about the cab.
ha,
Okay.
yes,
So let's say 100 cabs are there in a area.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's about the cab. The cab will publish to a Web 3 platform saying that, okay, I am a cab and I am available for service.
Ha,
And then what will happen is you have Uber, you have Ola,
ha,
both of them, they will connect to the vehicle
ha,
and say, are you free?
ha,
I have a customer.
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
And in this case, what will happen is the customer will pay to the cab driver,
hmm.
and the cab driver chunk of money and pay whatever he feels appropriate or pre-agreed to Ola or Uber, whoever is there.
Who are providing the platform for the
So this
user.
way we are shifting from a centralized thing to the actual goods. The goods is what is the involves around.
Yes. So you gave an example in Uber and all. The thing is that Indian government is accepting this as a technology, right? And they are building open protocol based network for digital commerce, right? So under the hood, they are also using some of the blockchain technology,
Correct.
and on the digital commerce, whatever is going on against whatever the monopoly this Amazon, Flipkart, and other big players are playing in the Indian market, they are trying to create a decentralized market. So what will happen if I am saying it properly? So what will happen whenever business happens, right? There are different players around that business, and whoever's get the most transaction for that particular business gets more benefited, right? It's the playground for transactions only. So you were saying something about ONDC, that digital commerce of Indian government.
Right. So the Uber example I have given, right?
Yes.
So rather than Uber being at the center point, the
Huh.
cab becomes the center point.
Yes.
Similarly, rather than Flipkart or Amazon being in the center point,
Huh.
the seller who is actually holding the goods, he
Yes.
comes into the center point.
Ha. So it will create a democratic thing for everyone, right? Rather than
Correct.
platform decide what to show to other people. Now
Exactly.
platform will create a democratic way. Everyone can showcase everything. Like I can watch everything, whatever
True.
is on the bidding. So
Correct.
it's good, right? We are trying to create now. Because I am doing the Blocktical thing for Indian community, my heart is towards the
Mhm.
India. So I am now, the last question is like not last, but we will discuss that. But my question is that how this DAO, because this DAO can have people from different sectors of the world, right? Different countries,
Correct.
entire countries. Now,
True.
how that thing will benefit the community of India or the peoples of India?
It's, I mean, the biggest consumer in the world is in India today.
Huh.
So whatever, I mean, despite our solution being sector agnostic, geography agnostic,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Uh,
the biggest consumer is in India, and the product we are selling is to the Indian consumer. Okay, the
yes.
biggest chunk is here,
Uh-huh.
and obviously the best part are the goodness of the product.
Yes.
Okay, most of it sits in India.
Ah. So actually, uh, it's something na emotional when a Indian person went abroad, build something, come again to Indian market to provide a life standards. I would say a upgradable standard to the Indian community. So in the end, what your product is doing, I don't know what other roles it is doing in the real world, but I know one thing for sure, that somehow the product is upgrading the lifestyle of people, correct, in
True.
one way or another. It may
Correct.
be direct or indirect, but
Correct.
the best part is what Carpine is doing as a company, right? Separate company. You went to UK, then Vamsi went abroad. You people connected there, work there. Then again, you think of the Indian culture. You are thinking of coming back to India, build this company in Bangalore. So I'm not saying like this is something huge, but is the thought process of the core team of you two people who are thinking about building this community is quite good, and I
यार, I
appreciate.
saw स्वदेश मूवी
Yeah, yeah,
इन
yeah,
लेस्टर. ओके,
yeah, yeah. Shahrukh
उसमें
Khan's
ट्रेन
Swadesh.
में बच्चा, ट्रेन जब रुकता है, शाहरुख खान अंदर बैठता है ना,
हाँ, हाँ.
तो एक छोटा बच्चा आके पानी बेचता है, वो रो देता है शाहरुख खान. वो सीन देख के हम तीन फ्रेंड्स थे, तीनों थिएटर से बाहर आए,
हाँ, हाँ.
सोचे चलो यार, चलो वापस चलते हैं, टाइम आ गया है.
हाँ, हाँ.
7 दिन में इंडिया में आ गए, जॉब छोड़ दिया, सब कुछ छोड़ दिया.
अरे सर, like like it's there are like for our own country. I'm not saying like it is only within us, for everyone.
हम्म,
If we are talking
हम्म,
about the uh, country like motherland, the emotions is already built in us, right? वो अंदर से आता है,
right,
and we don't have anything to do with like हम उसको change नहीं कर सकते किसी भी way में. Even we struggled over here, we know that we
हम्म,
struggled, but still we have more love towards this particular country.
right.
तो मैं तो ये बोलूँगा, जब मैं 12th कर रहा था, आप वहाँ पे एमटेक कर रहे थे, एंड जब मैं यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा सीखने लगा हूँ, यू केम बैक एंड यू आर गिविंग नॉलेज टू मी, यू आर गिविंग नॉलेज टू पीपल लाइक मी. सो इट्स अ वंडरफुल थिंग दैट यू अचीव्ड इन योर लाइफ.
यार, आप बता रहे हो, मैं बहुत बहुत ओल्ड पर्सन हूँ, ऐसा फीलिंग नहीं लग रहा.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, मैं ये नहीं बता रहा आप ओल्ड हो. यू आर लुकिंग यंगर देन मी, सो आई एम लुकिंग ओल्डर देन यू. आई एम काइंड ऑफ बाबा जी. बट सर, आई लव द talk we have. I love the conversation we had. I definitely recommend all the people who are watching this video, once try to find out in your busy schedule, please try to find out 5 minutes of time. Look the LinkedIn link of the DAO. I will link the Karpine DAO link inside the description. You can visit, you can look the people who joined, like people who joined this particular DAO previously. Go with the profiles, okay? Definitely go with the profiles. The expertise they are bringing in definitely going to benefit you. If you are thinking you have a small piece of chunk to share with us, definitely join that particular DAO. You will be a part of great community. After 10 years your children will definitely going to say, my papa was one of them, my papa was one of them. So welcome to DAO. I am opening hand, we both are welcoming you. And anything else I missed, if I missed something, so Krishna sir, you can also say like about DAO. And I guess I clear most of the thing we already captured, but
I think the only thing which we missed out was what Carpine does.
Ha,
So we
the
have
main
discussed
question.
about the DAO. So
Yes, the main question. Ha 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 ha.
right. So Carpine, what it does is Carpine is a track and trace solution
Yes.
for the supply chain.
Ha.
So we use blockchain and IoT.
Yes.
We combine these two technologies together and provide the solutions. So how did we arrive here? So we were building a blockchain SaaS platform initially,
Uh-huh.
and then second wave of COVID आया था, and we have seen lot of deaths due to fake remdesivir.
Uh-huh.
And then we thought, can a technology like blockchain, at least हमें तो वही पता था और कुछ AR
Yes.
VR वो सब नहीं पता था.
Yes. Yes.
Can we use blockchain to solve this? We have put in our minds into it
Uh-huh.
and have come up with an anti-counterfeit solution, a simple one, extremely simple one on blockchain.
Uh-huh.
And eventually, based on our experiences and various companies we have talked to,
Uh-huh.
so we have seen that supply chain has a bigger woes
Yes.
across the world today due to COVID.
Yes.
And there are few, I mean, we cannot fix all the problems, but it is just an attempt to fix whatever is possible from our side,
Yes.
which is obvious that blockchain and IoT together can fix.
Yes.
So that is what the product is. So we can have an asset management, we can have an anti-counterfeit solution, and we can have a track and trace across the warehouses.
Yeah.
It opens up a lot of opportunities.
So I missed this question because recently I visit your developer tab. Actually, I saw different APIs. So it is in my mind, or I thought like I already had a discussion with you what it does. So I missed. But like I know how things in this COVID. Like I had in this W3 interaction, the session which I am doing on Blocktical, I already connected with the Pune based CTO in blockchain, Kamlesh Nagware sir. I connected with Sarvari Patil ma'am, and I connected with you. There is one more person, Gupta sir. So out of four, three people are like somehow get affected by this particular COVID situation, right?
Correct.
And this is something serious issue which happened. Everyone was saying that fake vaccine was coming up for us. We are not able to find because people are back doing the black market for that and
True.
hiding it from the owner company. So because
True.
owner company was once they release the consentment, right, they don't know who is consuming it, how they are consuming it. Okay, the product got sold and they don't have any trackability after that. But bringing blockchain into this solution definitely going to benefit healthcare. Okay,
Right.
definitely, like it is not only for the vaccines, it is for everyone. Even if you are buying a button for your shirt, you can track that out using the blockchain. So this is the benefit which we will get. But I don't want to end this on a serious note. Okay, I am thankful that you picked my messages, you replied back to me, and I am looking forward to contribute to the DAO myself. And I will definitely going to ask everyone else in my contact to connect with you. If they have any personal queries, they can write to you.
Please.
I will link your particular LinkedIn ID link or LinkedIn
Sure.
chapter link inside my description.
Right.
And sir, thanks a lot for finding out some time. I have a
Yeah.
wonderful time with you discussing this all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tanuj.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
See you. Yeah.
Bye
Bye
bye,
bye.
sir. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye.